All right, we are back with an update on Snowpocolypse 2026, and we have with us the superintendent of Rockland County Highways, Charles Skip Bizzetti. Charles, thanks for being with us on Rockland News today.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right, so how's the weather out there?
Well, I just got back into my office from taking a tour of our roads and the county, checking how things are going. Of course, the conditions are still, quite frankly, they're still bad out there.
Yeah.
Still snowing, and just as I was coming in, it was turning over to freezing rain and sleet. But that was predicted, a couple hours of that, and then back to some snow. I think it was about 17 degrees was the reading on the car in the car. It looked to me to be that most of the main roads they're passable, but there's snow on them. And I wouldn't advise anybody to go out. We're keeping our roads open, keeping the centers open, and then pushing back where we can. But I saw that the Parkway was passable. The state roads, depending on which road you're on, some looked a little better than others, but they had been plowed. But as I say, they're still white, and they'll probably still be white all this evening with this amount of snow coming down. We don't want to overuse the salt, neither the state or neither the local municipalities. So we got to wait till the snow and sleet stops, and then they'll be plowing off and hitting them good with salt and with some liquids because it's so cold.
Yeah.
To get the melting going.
Now, from what I understand, and we had Clarkstown Supervisor George Holman on several times leading up, as well as other town supervisors in Rockland. So there's a lot of prep work that goes into this prior to the actual storm hitting. It's hours, days of laying down, if you will, a foundation, so it's easier to clear up later, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we do a lot of training. I mean, I know that most of the towns do and villages, but we do especially a lot of training. We hold snow and ice school back in November regularly. At least once a week, our men go and take their snowplow trucks out and run their routes just to make sure that the trucks are running properly. We have meetings. As a matter of fact, we had a meeting before the storm with the entire department, made sure everybody knew what their responsibilities are, went over our policies. We went out there, we did the anti-icing with salt brine a day before, and remind the guys that, hey, we salt, then we plow, and once the snow stops, we push the snow back, and then we salt the roads real good, and hopefully by that time we'll be able to go home.
Almost seems like an army style operation. Just make sure everything's taken care of, sort of thing.
That's right. Well, it's the same. We treat almost every storm the same. We use relatively the same process. It's just how often and how long.
Yeah.
Right now, we'll be taking the crews will take a break later on this evening. They've taken a couple little short breaks. Of course, you got to let these guys get some rest.
Oh yeah.
And then later on this evening, they'll be pulling over and getting a good night's, well, not a good night's rest, but about 4 or 5 hours. And in the meantime, we'll have about 5 small trucks out there, keep making sure that the roads are okay. And then if we had to go back out again beforehand, we will. But in the middle of the night, there's very little traffic. As a matter of fact, there's almost no traffic right now. Our biggest problem is dealing with areas where a lot of landscapers and snowplow people have pushed the snow out into the roadways. That's illegal.
It's illegal. Yeah. I heard about that.
If they're caught, we'll be preferring charges against them. The police should be doing that, of course. But if we catch them, we tell them, clear it all off, push it back to the curb. I mean, some guys are real good. They've been doing this a long time, and they know what our policy and all the other towns is. So they'll do the driveway, and then they push the snow all the way to the curb to make sure that it doesn't leave a windrow out in the roadway, because somebody could hit that and be hurt, you know. So.
Right. There's some logic behind this. A lot of logic.
Absolutely.
Well, we won't keep you on for much longer. We just wanted to get the updates from Rockland County as well as the various towns. We appreciate your time today, and hopefully you'll have a little bit of quiet time tonight. You know, a few hours of sleep, and I think you're right back on the job as soon as the sun starts to come up tomorrow, or maybe even before that, huh?
Oh, we'll be out by between 4 and 5. We'll be back on the road again. Usually we try to get at least a good 3 or 4 hours of rest. These guys have been going, and it's been a long day. We were out, had them report at 4 this morning, you know, so we're already over 12 hours. So
all right,
that's a long day.
Yeah. Well, I hope you guys get some rest. Thanks for being on the Rockland's News update for Snowpocolypse 2026 this afternoon.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks a lot. So that's Charles Skip Vizzetti from Rockland County's Highway Department. He's the superintendent. Thanks for joining us today. We'll be back in a little while with some more updates on snow closures. Take care for now.